Hi there, I'm Dave Dannaher, and I've been asked by a lot of people how to plant a pot. Number one is you've got to decide what size is good for the material you want to plant in your pot. Make sure you've got a big pot. Small pots tend to dry out very quickly. Number one factor is holes in the bottom of the pot. We got to have some good drainage. I'm going to go through the steps that I use when I do a pot like this. Now, number one, this is a big pot, so sometimes it'll blow over. So I use round rocks or bricks, whatever I've got laying around, and this is going to help in the drainage, and it's going to keep the pot stable. I also like to use a coarse bark to fill about 4 or 5 inches in the bottom of this pot. And this is gonna give us a real good drainage. It's gonna go through this bark and into the holes around those big rocks that we put in. And I use bricks or rocks, whatever I've got. And you can see that's gonna provide a lot of good drainage. The next move is to go to a nice potted soil mix. And this is a good one. We've used this one for quite a while. You can get this at just about any store. We're going to fill this thing, and every now and then we're going to push down so that we're not having too fluffy a pot. We want to move it down in there. Okay. That's just a good mix. Now, in this one, we're going to have a centerpiece, and our centerpiece is a dwarf ginkgo on a standard. And what I'm going to do is pull this guy out of here, and I'm going to place him in the center. Okay, all right, I've got him just the way I want him. We want to retain about 2 inches under the lip of the pot so that the water goes in and doesn't just run off. We don't want to be flush. We want to be about 2 inches below. So we're just about where we want to be. And then we're going to add some more soil. Okay. And to highlight this guy, in this case, we're going to use a variegated iris. And we're just going to pop these guys out. And we're going to place them in there like that. We're going to make sure that we've got plenty of room for them to expand, and they're going to be at the right height. Okay, starting to come together. You can see these variegated iris are going to look good even when they're not blooming, but they're about ready to bloom. Okay, here we go. We got a nice little routine going here. We want to make sure we're all about the same height. Okay. Now, last one. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We're about equidistant apart. All right, now we're going to need some more soil. So we're going to tuck it in around the plant. Okay. Maybe use one more good shovelful in the center. Okay. All right. Now, going to have to get your hands in here and get a little dirty. That's half the fun. All right, now push it in, tamp it down. You don't want to beat it down, but you do want to firm it up. Okay, now this is optional. If you want to put some bark, you can use like a cypress or a cedar or something like that. That's going to help maintain. I tend not to use hardwood bark mulch in this situation because you're worried about rot and that sort of thing. Now, this guy's done. He's not kind of heavy at this point because we put the rocks in there so it won't tip over when the wind blows. And sometimes if you have a large feature like this, you might have to put another stake in to hold it up. But basically all you got to do, you've got that nice, I don't know if the camera can see it, you got that nice 2-inch rim, and that's going to help hold the water in. And a pot like this, you're probably going to have to water it at least once a week. Sometimes if you've got annuals, you might be watering it every other day because they dry out quickly. They're using lots of water because they're producing flowers and stuff. But basically that's it. That's how we do it. So come get your plants. Let's do some potting.